Hey guys, what is going on? It is DaBoki here once again, and it is time for a Angelic Burster gameplay video. I am here training the Angelic Burster. She is a new pirate class that came out for KMS, and she uses a little gun and shoots bubbles of cuteness and joy all over the place. So I get her to second job in this video, and I gotta say guys, Angelic Burster is kind of hard to use if you, I guess, aren't funded. It's really difficult. You gotta get used to the combos, and you gotta get used to the recharging and all that stuff, and so many skills. But for me, it's pretty difficult. I'm having a hard time training her, but nonetheless, it's a really unique, fun class. And you guys probably noticed in my previous video, you guys were like freaking out, like, DaBoki, she doesn't have any MP. She has no MP bar on the bottom there next to her health. And yeah, well, the thing is, Angelic Burster is lacking the MP bar. I didn't modify the game. I'm not hacking. I'm not playing in a private server. It's just that the Angelic Burster does not require MP. She uses recharge as the normal attack, and then you can use regular skills. So that's that. And it's actually kind of difficult because recharging does not recharge all the time. So you're stuck sometimes just using the normal attack button, which is really weak. But yes, since we're playing the Angelic Burster class, and since we're being all cute, girly, shooting bubbles of joy all over the place, and you want to barf rainbows, so the thing is, I'm going to be talking about, I guess, my commentaries for these videos. It's going to be a little bit, I guess, revealing. If you notice my previous Angelic Burster class video, we talked about man crushes, and we kind of revealed our secret hidden abilities, powers, or just really weird commentary. But this one, you notice that the title is called role-playing. Now, role-playing is a pretty, it was pretty embarrassing. I don't really like to talk about it because it was embarrassing, but it's definitely a big part of my childhood, or was a big part of my childhood. When I was like 7 or 8 years old, I would be really into role-playing. If you guys don't know what role-playing is, or LARPing, it's where you use your imagination and you go into this different world, into this different fantasy, and you be someone else, usually something mystical, powerful, superhero-y, and you just kind of like fly. You know when kids tie the blankets around their necks and they jump off the roof and they splat on the ground? They're role-playing right there. They're pretending to be Superman, which then right when they get halfway to hitting the ground, they realize, they snap out of it, and they're like, oh crap, Superman is not real. I'm going to fall and hit my head and faceplant right into the cement. And it happens a lot. But so luckily, Superman was not my role-playing model, because I would probably be dead right now. But who was a boy from Pokemon, Ash Ketchum. That's right, Mr. Ketchup Man and Mustard Boy. No, but I would be a Pokemon master. Alright, that was my role playing. And the thing is, like, my parents when I was younger, they owned a Chinese restaurant, so I was a boy that was too young to stay at home, and I would be taken to the Chinese restaurant when they had to go to work. And what would I do? Well, I wouldn't clean tables, I wouldn't cook. Obviously, I wouldn't greet customers. No, I was in the back of the restaurant being a Pokemon master. I was back there like screaming, throwing rocks at the trees, yelling Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon, and I remember I would always unleash him. I would throw a rock and be like, Bulbasaur, go! And I'd throw the rock, and then all of a sudden I would run over to the rock and I would pop out as a majestic Bulbasaur. And I would play as Bulbasaur and the Pokemon Master. I was a very lonely child back then, I'm not gonna lie. But so, role-playing was I just kind of like looked back, because not too long ago I visited my dad's old restaurant, and I was like looking back there and I was like, wow, this is where I was a Pokemon Master. Like a whole bunch of memories just like right in my face. And I was like, wow, I was a really sad, lonely child back then. I remember like smacking the trees, screaming, jumping off of like little ledges, and like people were just like watching me, and I thought I was so hidden because like the trees were there, but I realized that I was just like right out in the open, like in the middle of everything. Like I was like, wow, how did my parents not get embarrassed about this? I'm already embarrassed just thinking about it. But I was wondering if you guys had like the same kind of experience, maybe if you guys ever role played when you were a child, younger, or you guys even role play now. I'm not judging. No one's judging here. If you guys roleplay, that's fine. You know, there's LARPing. Now, LARPing is what kind of like adults do now. It's kind of like role-playing, but it is role-playing. It's called LARPing, and they actually like really get into character and they fight each other, and there's like a lot of rules, and it's a real thing. You know, search it on YouTube, search it on Google. LARPing is pretty interesting, nonetheless. It's not for everyone. But yeah, so I just wanted to share my experience of role-playing with you guys a little bit. My imagination kind of went loose when I was a younger Clementine. Juicy. You know, I think it's important when we're little children to use our imaginations and like make sure that our imaginations don't go dead, because imaginations are really important. It's like what's like the creative side of us, and we kind of like can let loose and like be just a kid, you know. We don't have to worry about worldly things. We just have to worry about that tree going into my rock, you know, catching a tree, rock being the Pokeball. I don't know if you guys got that. I still love Pokemon, but I don't like go out in my backyard and yell MapleStory go anymore, and I do miss it, but I mean that's not for me. Now what I do is I just talk about my embarrassing childhood and how sad it was. Oh goodness, am I gonna start crying? No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. It was awesome. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But oh, and the most important part about me role-playing Pokemon in the back of my dad's restaurant was while I was doing it, not only was I screaming, I was singing the song, the Pokemon theme song, while I was role-playing. So every time I'd be like moving, I'd be like, I wanna be the very best, and I'll swing my sword like no one ever was. Oh, I was intense. Oh man, maybe after this video I might have to go and dust off my Pokeballs, get my hat back on, start throwing some things around. Tammy would kill me. She'd be like, David, we need to talk. You're acting like you're 4, and yeah. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave your feedback below in the comment section. Like this video if you want to see more Angelic Burster videos, and if you want to talk about more interesting stuff with DaBoki. Okay. Anyway, this video is getting weird, so I'm gonna have to end it because Angelic Burster does that to us. Like always, we'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye now.